name is Liz, and I bet you haven't experienced the overwhelming sense of peace that comes from releasing control to God. Although I came to college as a believer, I had never allowed God to be Lord over my life. I would spend hours just agonizing over how to control every aspect of my future, from what classes to take, to what clubs to be involved with, to how to achieve financial security, and trying to even just manipulate relationships around me and everything that I thought it would take to pave my way to a good future. And even my understanding of the gospel was distorted by my need for control and my desire to only understand as much of God as I could understand, rather than really delving into the full truth of what it said in His Word. And all of this just built up this facade of independence and an identity that was rooted in a security of what I had built by my own hands. It wasn't until the second 2 years of college when God began using people in my life and different experiences to unveil these different layers of deeper wounds that had built up from abuses in my family or different experiences, relationships in the past, and all these sins that had covered it up for so many years, that I finally began understanding that I was broken beyond belief, but yet God had truly entered in and redeemed me by His love and set me apart for His service. And then no longer was my security resting in these plans that I built up for myself, but suddenly I had this full release that my security could rest in God's identity for me, at least in this process of understanding it more every day. This led to about a month before my graduation. An invitation came to go to Detroit to help start a life group and to participate in all that God is doing there in the city. And my conviction came with just this overwhelming sense of peace, that if this was the open door that God was providing, that I could step through it, even though I had a job and housing set for here in Ann Arbor, and God just really gave the peace to go. I praise God that He is faithful, and that whatever struggles or challenges may come, He will prove His faithfulness again. Have you experienced that?